Hare Krishna devotees, once again welcome to the Sunday Feast program. The next part of our program is Sunday Feast class. Today's class going to present by Her Grace Sarveshri Mataji. Mataji is well known within our congregation and does not require any introduction, but it is always our pleasure to honor and praise the devotees. So Mataji lovingly coordinates the garland service, altar decorations, rangoli for the festivals, and also handles the cooking. Mataji never refuses any service and always offer her help with a willing heart. With that, let us warmly welcome Mataji by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, devotees. I offer my humble obeisances to our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Romapata Swami, Satyasara Prabhuji and Jai Subhatra Mataji, to all devotees. So thank you Satyasara Prabhuji and Jai Subhatra Mataji for giving me this opportunity. Please forgive me if I make any mistake. So I will start with Jai Radha Madhava. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय राधे जय जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे. So today we are going to see from Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 verse 13 and 14. Ready? So yeah, I'm going to recite the verse now. Chapter 12 verse 13 and 14. Adveshta sarvabhutanam Maitra karuna eva cha Nirmamo nirahankarah Samadukka sukakshami Santushta satatam yogi Yatatma dridhanishchayah Mayyarpita mano buddhir Yo madbhakta same priyah Adveshta sarvabhutanam Maitra karuna eva cha Nirmamo nirahankarah Samadukka sukakshami Santushta satatam yogi Yatatma dridhanishchayah Mayyarpita mano buddhir Yo madbhakta same priyah Adveshta sarvabhutanam Maitra karuna eva cha Nirmamo nirahankarah Samadukka sukakshami Santushta satatam yogi Yatatma dridhanishchayah Mayyarpita mano buddhir Yo madbhakta same priyah. So anyone would like to recite one Prabhuji, one Mother? Adveshta sarvabhutanam Maitra karuna eva cha Nirmamo nirahankarah Samadukka sukakshami Santushta satatam yogi यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यार्पितमनो बुद्धिर् यो मद्भक्ता स मे प्रियः अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रकरुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर् यो मद्भक्ता स मे प्रियः अद्वेषा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रकरुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी सन्तुष्ट सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर् यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः सर्वभूतानां मैत्रकरुण एव च नमो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी. Thank you, devotees. तं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यार्पितमनो बुद्धिर् यो मद्भक्ता स मे प्रियः. Thank you, devotees. Translation: one who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Would you like to read the purport?
Coming again to the point of pure devotional service, the Lord is describing the transcendental qualifications of a pure devotee in these two verses. A pure devotee is never disturbed in any circumstances, nor is he envious of anyone, nor does a devotee become his enemy's enemy. He thinks, this person is acting as my enemy due to my own past misdeeds, so it is better to suffer than to protest. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.18, it is stated that te nukampam
susamikshmano Bunjana evatmakritam vipakam.
Whenever a devotee is in distress or has fallen into difficulty, he thinks that it is the Lord's mercy upon him. He thinks, thanks to my past misdeeds, I should suffer far, far greater than I am suffering now. So it is by the mercy of the Supreme Lord that I am not getting all the punishment I am due. I am just getting a little by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is always calm, quiet, and patient, despite many distressful conditions. A devotee is always kind to everyone, even to his enemy. Nirmama means that a devotee does not attach much importance to the pains and troubles pertaining to the body because he knows perfectly well that he is not a material body. He does not identify with the body. Therefore, he is freed from the conception of false ego and is equipoised in happiness and destroys. He is tolerant. He is tolerant and he is satisfied with whatever comes by the grace of the Supreme Lord. He does not endeavor much to achieve something with great difficulty. Therefore, he is always joyful. He is a completely perfect mystic because he is fixed in the instructions received from the spiritual master, and because his senses are controlled, he is determined. He is not swayed by false arguments, because no one can lead him from the fixed determination of devotional service. He is fully conscious that Krishna is the eternal Lord, so no one can disturb him. All these qualifications enable him to fix his mind and intelligence entirely on the Supreme Lord. Such a standard of devotional service is undoubtedly very rare, but a devotee becomes situated in that stage by following the regulated principles of devotional service. Furthermore, the Lord says that such a devotee is very dear to him, for the Lord is always pleased with all the activities in full Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madhava. So I will offer my prayer to my Guru. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthabitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tatantishva Patantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatapata Kamalam Shri Guru Navamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrinde Vaneshwari Vrishabhanushute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya cha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivachadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in this verse, Krishna is talking about the qualities of a pure devotee. So these qualities makes the devotees very, very dear to Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is attracted to these qualities. So these qualities attract the Lord towards his devotees. So let's see what are those qualities. So in the first line it says, Advesha Sarva Bhutanam. So Krishna is describing the first quality of a pure devotee. That is Advesha Sarva Bhutana. So Dvesha means we all know. So Dvesha means hatred or envious towards other living entity. Advesha means devotees are devoid of hatred. So non-envious towards other living entity. Or they are free from enmity towards all creatures. Regardless of their action or behavior, they never get angry or enmity towards any creatures. Even if someone has hurt or someone treated them badly, they always keep them at arm's length away. They stay away from them. Why do they keep them arm's length away? So in that way, they do not want others to make any offense towards them. And devotees also will not get disturbed. So they always keep them arm's length away. So they always think that it's prarabdha karma. So that means whatever I have done in the past, I am experiencing that in the present body. Because of Krishna's mercy, because I am Krishna's devotee, Krishna is minimizing my suffering. That's how pure devotees always think. So Srila Prabhupada is also quoting the verse from Bhagavatam, that is in the purport, Tattenu kampam susamiksha mano bunjana evatma kritam vipakam. So the devotees understand that whatever they are going through in this life, it's due to their past misdeeds. So because of the Krishna's mercy and compassion, that is minimizing the intensity or severity of the suffering. That's how pure devotees always think. They never they never hurt or think bad of others. Why? Because they see the divine in all, and they also treat others with respect. So Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita 9.29, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi teteshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So, samoham sarva bhuteshu. Samoham means I am equal. Sarva bhuteshu means to all living beings. So, Krishna is saying that he treats all living entities equally, whether they are human or animals or plants, in any form of life, he treats everyone equally. So he sees them with the same divine vision. He does not discriminate anyone based on their material condition, like their appearance, their wealth, or their gender, or status, or background. He does not discriminate anyone. Name dveshosti na priyah. Krishna says he does not have any dvesha, hatred towards anybody. And his love is constant and impartial. And you may have a question, like if Krishna loves everyone equally, then why does he show special care and attention towards his devotees? So he shows special care and attention to his devotees because his devotees always choose to serve him with sincere love and devotion. So that creates a unique bond between devotees and Krishna. So it's not about Krishna is favoring one person over another. It's a natural response to their love and service, and just a reciprocation for their love and devotion. So if someone smiles at you, what do? You smile back, right? So Krishna is also doing the same thing. Like if someone has so much love and devotion towards him, he also reciprocates that. So he is equally present in the hearts of all beings. So similarly, like Krishna, his devotees also see everyone equally. Like they don't have any hatred towards anybody. So now we have seen the first quality. So Advesha Sarva Bhutana. That means we should not have any hatred feelings or envious towards anybody, any living entity. And we should always treat everyone equally. So in the second line of the verse, it says, Maitra Karuna Evacha. Maitra means we all know. Maitra means friendly. And Karuna Evacha means kind and compassion. So devotees, if you see, they are always friendly and they are very compassionate towards those who are suffering. So that is called Karuna. So they have the natural compassion for the suffering living entity. So devotees are called Para Dukkha Dukhi. Why they are called Para Dukkha Dukhi? Yes, because they are so compassionate and loving, and that when they see others suffering, they also feel the pain as if it's their own. So they don't remain unaffected by others' pain. So they always deeply feel the pain of others in their heart. So their heart are full of kindness and compassion. So this is the mentality of pure devotee. So best example for pure devotee is Prahlad Maharaj. Like he was very compassionate. So in spite of facing so many sufferings and hardship, especially from his father Hiranyakashipu, he always cared for others. Even those who have hurt him, he was just caring for everyone. So Prahlad Maharaj, he had a deep love and affection for all living entity. See, not only to his friends and family, he was loving and caring everyone. He saw everyone as the children of God. So he also believed that everyone should be treated well with care and kindness. No matter how they act or behave, he always treated everyone with care and kindness. So he prayed for the well-beings of everyone. Even for his enemies, he was like praying for them, for their well-being. He did not want anyone to suffer in this material world. Even if they hurt, he was praying. So Prahlad Maharaj's life teaches us how to be very kind and care for others. And also he showed us that focusing on our spiritual growth that brings true happiness and peace. So pure devotees are always friendly and very merciful and compassionate towards all living entities. And if you see, compassion cannot be shown to body. Why compassion cannot be shown to body? Because body is temporary and material. For example, if someone is suffering and I am giving some money to them, that can satisfy them temporarily. So for the time being, it satisfies them. But it does not bring any inner peace or true happiness to their soul. So we cannot help anyone materially. Everyone is suffering in this material world because of their own karma. So real compassion means what? Yes, solving the problems permanently. So how do we solve the problem permanently? Yes, Mother. So only by connecting them with Krishna. So meaning caring for their soul's need. We need to care for their soul's need. So devotees always show compassion to our souls, not to our body. They always help us develop relationship with God, like through prayers and then chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this helps us connect with the Lord. And that is the ultimate source of our inner peace and happiness. So pure devotees, they always help others without expecting anything in return. So they just act as an instrument and guide us in our spiritual path. And they always live by example, like displaying qualities like humility. They are so humility, like they never think that they know better than others. So they are very humble and they are very patient. And they always remain calm and peaceful. Even during the difficult situation, they always remain calm and peaceful. So they don't get upset or they don't get frustrated very quickly. And why they don't get upset or they don't get frustrated? Because they always trust that everything will happen at the right time according to God's plan. So they don't get upset or frustrated very often. They also display some qualities like kindness, forgiveness, and love. So that inspires others also to adapt these kind of qualities. So devotees, they always pray not only for their own benefit or own well-being, but they also pray for the well-being and spiritual growth of others. So they are not selfish, they are selfless. Always they are selfless. So Maitra Karuna Evacha means we should always be kind and compassionate towards all living beings. So in the third line, it says two qualities, Nirmamo and Nirahankaraha. So now we will see Nirmamo. Nirmamo means, Nir means free from or without. Means, Mamo means sense of proprietorship. So Nirmamo means being free from sense of proprietorship or sense of ownership. So in Isha Upanishad, it says in the first verse, Ishavashyam yidam charvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrita kasya swadhanam. So everything belongs to Krishna. So whatever we have, it's a gift given by Krishna to us. So we should use it in the service of the Lord. So if you take the pure devotees, they always follow the Ishavashyam principle. Why do they follow Ishavashyam principle? Because they know that they are not this body, they are spirit soul. They understand that they are not the true owners, they are not the true masters or controllers of anything in this world, material world. So they do not feel any possessiveness, or they are not attached to their money or property or status, anything. So they are not attached to anything. Instead, they understand and realize that everything is temporary and everything belongs to Krishna. And they also see everything as a gift from the Lord, his wealth, his body, his family. So he uses everything in the service of the Lord. So now we will see the Nirahankaraha. Nirahankaraha means free from false ego. So in Bhagavad Gita 3.27, it says, Prakrite kriyamanani guna karmani sarvasah ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. So that means when we come to this world with the aim of enjoying, separate from Krishna, then we are influenced by the three modes of material nature. So when we are influenced by the three modes of material nature, then we think that we are the doer. So, but we need the support or cooperation from three things. That is Jiva, individual soul, and then Jagat, material nature, and Jagadish, supreme controller. So they all are interdependent and they are very essential for any work or activities to take place successfully. See, for example, we may study very hard for our exam, like putting our time and energy, everything into it. But our preparation alone is not enough to guarantee our success. So we need other factors also, like Jagat, material nature, and Jagdish, like Supreme Lord, to work in our favor. Even though we prepare very well for our exam, on that particular exam day, if the material nature is not cooperating, like a heavy thunderstorm or heavy rain, and there is no transportation or any other natural calamities, then we may not be able to write the exam. Like we need Jagat cooperation. Also, on the same day, we might get sick, or we might get into an accident or be bitten by snake or monkey. So we need the support and protection from the Supreme Lord. So in India, if you see, final exam always comes in the month of April and May. And May month is very hot. Like weather is too hot and kids will get chicken pox. You may get experience in that. So it's highly contagious. So some kids may not be able to go to school and write the exam. If the public exam means they have to sit separately and they write, or some kids they have to take the next attempt. So in order to get success on any activities, any action, as Jiva, we need to put our effort, like we need to study very hard. And material nature, Jagat, we need the world around us to cooperate with us, like good weather, no natural disaster, no natural calamities, etc. So God's help, like Jagadish, we need God's sanction or protection and support from God, like avoiding accident, illness, or any other misfortune. So this false ego, ahankara, leads to think that we are the controller, we are the enjoyer of the fruits of our action. So then that makes us suffer in this world. Then we take repeated birth and we will be here in this material world. So we should understand that we are not the only doer and we need the support from Jagat and Jagdish. So in Bhagavad Gita 15.7, it says, Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loki Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. So Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke means, Krishna says in this verse, the living entities in the conditioned world are my eternal fragmental part. So Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha means Prabhuji on that day he explained nicely. The individual soul is eternal, so they cannot be destroyed. So devotees always see themselves as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So like Krishna is the ocean and we are just a drop. And Krishna is fire and we are just a spark in it. So we are temporarily identifying ourselves as in this material world, like we are the doctor, engineer, and builder, painter, American, African, Indian, but this is not permanent. So we should not forget our true identity. What is our true identity? Yeah, we are the servant of Krishna. So ahankara comes when we identify with the body. So how do we free ourselves from this false ego? Only by working under Guru. So ahankara goes away only when we submissively inquire and follow Guru's instruction. So pleasing Guru and devotion to Krishna is a powerful means to overcome our false ego. So I am repeating that pleasing Guru and devotion to Krishna is a powerful means to overcome our false ego and ahankara. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.34 Tadviti pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tadvadarshinaha. Translation: just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto us because they have seen the truth. So one has to approach the spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. So then spiritual master can impart knowledge unto us. So how we can advance in spiritual life? Only by satisfying our spiritual master. So if our spiritual master is not satisfied, then we cannot advance in our spiritual life. So how we can satisfy our spiritual master? Only by serving him in a humble state of mind without expecting anything in return, like recognition or prize or reward. If we do any service, we expect all this. So Prabhuji should recognize me and praise me and then give reward. So it could be any service, menial service or any service like cleaning the bathroom or cleaning the floor, taking the trash or arranging the footwear or altar decoration or prasadam distribution, making prasadam. It could be any service, but we should do it with pure heart. Like we should feel the joy in contributing to the environment. So we should always show our respect to our spiritual master. How do we show the respect to our spiritual master? Only by listening attentively and acknowledging their role in our spiritual journey. So only because of Satyasara Prabhuji, I am, and his guidance and support, I am sitting here and preaching. Otherwise, I have no qualification. Because of his guidance and because of his support, I am preaching here. So this is not my cup of tea. So I am naturally very shy person. But because of his push, mercy and blessing, we all are getting the opportunity to serve and grow spiritually. So they know where we are lacking and they push to go to the next level. So they are so compassionate. So they want to take us back to Godhead. So we should regularly express our sincere gratitude for their guidance, wisdom, and support. So how do we express our sincere gratitude towards them? By regularly reflecting on the knowledge shared by our Guru or reflecting on the instructions given by our Guru. How we can do that is by applying or practicing that in our day-to-day life. Like if Guru says like chant every day or yes, So yes, and like when if he says read Bhagavatam, then we have to study Bhagavatam at least one page. So living by their instruction is the highest form of expressing gratitude. So if we have ahankar, we cannot come out of three modes of material nature. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 2.45, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna Nirdvanto Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. Krishna very clearly says that to Arjuna, if you are under the influence of three modes of material nature, you cannot think or act properly. So, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. So, rise above the three modes of material nature. So, how we rise above the three modes of material nature? Only by engaging in spiritual practice, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and doing devotional services to the Lord, like making garland, cleaning the temple, decorating the altar, hearing and preaching, reading the scriptures. Then we can rise above the three modes of material nature. So, pure devotional service to Krishna means what? Complete surrender unto our Guru and Krishna. Then I am the doer, I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, I am the owner. So, this kind of mentalities will completely dissolve. So, in the fourth line of 13th verse, it says, next quality, which is Samadhuka Sukha Kshami. So, we will see Samadhuka Sukha. Next, we will see Kshami. Sama means equally balanced in both dukkha and sukha, distress and happiness. So, pure devotees, they always have the ability to remain very calm and steady, regardless of what life brings to them. They always remain very calm and steady. Whether it's good time, happy time, or it's a bad time, like distress, they always remain calm and steady. How do they always remain calm and steady? Because they have the understanding that I am not this body, I am the spirit soul, and I meant to serve Krishna. So they always have that in their mind. They always remind themselves. So the person with this quality, they does not get overly excited. When things are going well, they don't get overly excited. Or they don't get upset or they don't get frustrated when things are difficult. So instead, they always maintain inner peace because they understand that both happiness and suffering, they are temporary and part of life. So we also have to follow the same thing. When we are in distress or like a hard time, we also all feel that it's all temporary and it's all part of life. In this material world, everything will change. Everything is temporary. So they are not disturbed by the changing circumstance of the life, but they always stay focused on their spiritual path. So there is a beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 70. Apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudra apa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnoti nakamakami. So Krishna says a person who is doing pure devotional service always remains peaceful and they are not affected by the constant flow of material desires. Even though there are so many temptations, distractions, or attractive things in the world around them, they are not carried away by all those things. So pure devotees, they don't get agitated to all these things. So just like the ocean, here ocean analogy is given in this verse. No matter how many rivers that flow into the ocean, ocean does not get agitated. Ocean always observe everything without being changed or disturbed. So if we constantly chase after fulfilling our material desires, then what happens? We never get peace. So no matter how many desires are satisfied, there is always a new one that comes up. Like and makes us restless. We have to work so hard for that to satisfy our desires. Best example is the phone. So first we have the strong desire to buy a phone. Once our desire is fulfilled, then we feel sense of satisfaction. That leads for a while. And then what happens? Then another desire comes up. to get the current version. We want the current version or with better features. Then again, one more comes. We look for more storage space because we take more photo, more selfie, and we need better battery life also. And we want high quality photo, videos, and selfie. And then again, our desires goes on. Like we look for advanced security feature like facial recognition. Only if I show my face, it will open. Otherwise, it doesn't open. If I see Kamala Naina phone, it doesn't open to me because he has to show his face. And then our desire goes on. Then our phone will become outdated and we start over again from the beginning. So there is no end for our material desire. Then how true inner peace comes? Only by being detached from worldly desires. Then only we can get peace, true peace. So as practicing devotees, what we should do? We should understand that nothing is permanent in this material world. So we should always keep our connection with Krishna. How do we keep our connection with Krishna? Through devotional service, like chanting, praying, so that will help us remain calm and steady. So when things are going well, of course we can enjoy them. Like it's not that we should not enjoy, but we should always remind ourselves it's a gift given by Krishna to us. And we should thank Krishna for what we have. Because of his mercy and blessing, we got all those things. If things are tough and facing difficulties also, then also we should turn towards Krishna for his strength and comfort. And also we should accept that as a part of Krishna's plan. And we should have full faith that Krishna will have some higher plan for us and he will always protect us. So in the same fourth line it says Kshami, Sugha Dukha Sukha Kshami, Sama Dukha Sukha Kshami. So Kshami means forgiveness. See, we all make mistake, right? So when we realize our mistake, what we do? We expect others to forgive us. So similarly, we should also forgive others without holding any grudges towards them. Holding on to grudges or past mistakes that only prevent us from advancing spiritually. So when we let go of our negative energies or negative emotion, then we can move forward spiritually. So a devotees always forgive others. Why they forgive others? Because they understand that all souls are part and parcel of Krishna. So by forgiving, they are also showing kindness and compassion that brings them closer to Krishna. If we forgive and kind and compassion, it makes us go closer to Krishna. So best example for forgiveness is Prahlad Maharaj. Even though his father Hiranyakashipu, he treated him very badly and tried to harm him, Prahlad Maharaj did not feel angry or hatred. Instead, what he did? He prayed for his father's well-being and also for father's salvation. Another best example is Ambrish Maharaj. Mataji last week she mentioned. So we all know that Ambrish Maharaj is a great devotee of Vishnu. So one day he invited Durvasa Muni, well-known and powerful sage, to his palace for a grand feast. So he was fasting, Ambrish Maharaj was fasting on that day and it was time to break his fast. So he took little water and Durvasa Muni got very angry and he felt that is disrespectful and tried to kill Ambrish Maharaj. But Ambrish Maharaj was very calm and composed. He did not counteract or he did not act impulsively. So he was just praying to Vishnu for protection. And Vishnu sent the Sudarshan Chakra to kill Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni ran everywhere and at the end asked for forgiveness to Ambrish Maharaj. So Ambrish Maharaj showed his kindness and compassion towards him, and also he taught us that how to rise above resentment and forgive others for their mistake. And by forgiving others, we can go closer to Krishna and also experience inner peace. And by letting go of our negative energies, negative emotion, that helps us advance spiritually. So if we look at the 14th verse, first line, the next quality is mentioned, which is Santushta Satatam Yogi. Santushta Satatam Yogi means Santushta means satisfied. Satatam means always. So pure devotees are always satisfied in doing devotional services or bhakti practice. So it does not mean that because they are satisfied, they stop growing or stop working. It means they are satisfied with whatever they have earned through honest effort. So they don't encroach on others' property, and also they are very thankful for what they have. So they use all their intelligence, their abilities, their talent in the service of the Lord. See, we see so many devotees, like Gauranga Das Prabhu also in Kumbh Mela, he is using all his talent, all his abilities in the service of the Lord. Like he's preaching, book distribution, and cooking to so many devotees. So they use all their abilities in the service of the Lord. So they live a very simple and very peaceful life without any material desires. So they constantly or consistently do their service to the Lord. In the second line of 14th verse, it talks about Yatatma and Dridhanishchaya. Yatatma, first we will see Yatatma and then Dridhanishchaya. Yatatma means one who has controlled all their senses. That is self-control. So that means all our senses are under controlled by the intelligence. So they don't act whimsically, or they always follow the regulative principles and chant 16 rounds, control their temptations, like controlling six anarthas, like kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara, everything they control. How can we control our senses? When we do devotional service to Krishna with the determination, then we can control our senses. So as mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita 19.170, Rishikena Rishikesha Shevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Here Rishikena means engaging our senses. Engaging senses to whom? To Rishikesha. That means to Krishna. Shevanam means service. So when we engage our senses in the service of the Supreme Lord, then our senses are controlled. When we do not have sense control, what happens? We cannot do any austerity. See, like for example, Ekadeshi fasting, we are not eating the whole day. So it means that we are controlling our senses for the pleasure of the Lord. So recently I witnessed in Vrindavan, devotees were performing parikrama by walking around the Govardhan hill, like 21 kilometers or 23 kilometers. So some devotees, they were so deeply committed, like they were paying obeisances by completely bowing down or falling down on the ground. Like every step, they are taking the stone and every step they are falling down. So walking itself, it takes 7 to 7.5. Like falling down and doing their devotion, like deeply committed. So as a sign of intense devotion. So unless one has a great sense of control, they cannot do this kind of service. So when we do devotional service to the Lord, Supreme Lord, our senses are automatically controlled. In other way, when our senses are controlled, we can do better bhakti. That is Yatatma. So the next quality is Dridhanishchaya. Dridhanishchaya means determination. Determination means being very firm and committed in achieving our goal or attaining our goal. So to develop determination, what we need to do? We need to stay focused on our goal. So what is our ultimate goal? To go back to Krishna. So to reach this goal, like we must follow the path of bhakti, devotion. So in simpler term, determination means when we decide to stick on to something, no matter what, we don't give up until we accomplish it. So to have this kind of determination, what we need to do? We need to fix our mind on Krishna and set a very clear and strong goal. If our goal is clear, then that is going back to Krishna, then our determination will be strong. No matter if it is hot or cold, we wake up early morning and we chant and we do all our sadhanas. But if our goal is unclear and it's not aligning with Krishna, then our determination also will lack strength. and we may be swayed away by our emotion or distraction. So the best example for determination is in Vedic history is Yashoda Mai, like Krishna's mother, is a perfect example for Dridhanishaya. She was completely focused on Krishna. Whatever she did, she was completely focused on Krishna. When she was churning the butter, like her body, mind, and intelligence, everything were engaged in Krishna's service. So her love and devotion for Krishna was like so pure and determined that she always gave her best in caring for Krishna. So she was fully observed in Krishna's service, fixed on the goal. What was her goal? Loving and protecting Krishna. So in the modern day, best example is our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was unaffected by the material desires or external circumstance. So this can be seen in the life of Srila Prabhupada. In spite of facing so many difficulties, including traveling alone across the ocean at an advanced age with minimal resources, he does not have that much resource. Srila Prabhupada remained very focused on his mission. So he was not swayed away by the challenges on his journey, like such as poor health. Even though he had 2 heart attacks and financial hardship or cultural difference, Western cultural is totally different from ours. His faith in Krishna gave him the strength to stay calm and peace. So no matter how many challenges he faced in life, he was so determined in spreading spiritual knowledge. So he traveled so many times around the world, like to open temple, to visit disciples, to manage ISKCON, but still he was very focused on his goal, like spreading God conscious. So in spite of his physical exhaustion, like even though he worked so hard, long hours, very tired, restless, Prabhupada used to, at night, he used to translate the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he speaks into dictaphone to record his translation of the verses from Bhagavatam into English. So he was explaining the verse and making commentaries to make it very easy for us to understand. So Srila Prabhupada believed that small efforts lead to big result. Like translating even 1 page a day, that leads to greater achievement over time, like which he demonstrated in his work. So like Srila Prabhupada, we should also have firm commitment or determination. We should also read at least 1 sloka every day, no matter how busy or how tired we are. So if we put small effort, so that leads to achieve big result, like going back to Krishna, or we can become better human being or better person in this world. So in the third line of 14th verse, it says, Mayarpita Mano Buddhir. So that means fixing our mind and intelligence on Krishna. What Prabhupada says here is not only engaging our senses on Krishna's service, we should also engage our mind and intelligence, Mano Buddhir. So the devotees always offer their mind and intelligence in the service of Krishna. How can we engage our senses, mind and intelligence in the service of Krishna? Mataji gave wonderful example on that day, like Amrish Maharaj used all his senses in the service of the Lord. Like how he used his senses is, he engaged his eyes in seeing the beautiful deities and decorated with flowers, and he engaged his sense of smell by smelling the flowers and tulsi leaf, and his hands were like engaging in cleaning the temple and making garlands. His ears were engaged in hearing about Krishna. Tongues were used in 2 ways, like speaking glories about Krishna and tasting prasadam offered to Krishna. And his mind always think about Krishna, remembering him, reflecting all his wonderful qualities and keeping him in his thoughts. So when we focus our mind on Krishna, then we will not easily get distracted to this worldly concern. So intelligence, we need to use our intelligence to understand the scriptures and to learn about Krishna and figure out how to serve Krishna in the best way. So for example, when we are making prasadam or garlands or any service, we should not do any unwanted talks or mundane talks. Instead, what we should do is we should use our intellect, like Yashoda Mai, how I can do best for Krishna. So far we have discussed all the qualities of a pure devotees, but how we can develop these qualities? So the answer is given so beautifully in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.12. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunastatra samasate shurah. Meaning, one who has unflinching devotion to the Supreme Lord and follow the bhakti process sincerely, all these qualities will automatically appear. So that is called Sarvair Gunatatra Samasate Shuraha. Suraha means Devatas. So all the divine qualities of God will manifest in devotees when they sincerely follow the devotional service. So bhakti is the mean and bhakti is the end. By bhakti we get Krishna, by Krishna we get bhakti. So in this way Krishna says in the last line of the 14th verse, Yomat Bhakta Same Priya, my devotees who has all these wonderful qualities is very, very dear to me. So inspires my love for them and inspire me to love them. So Krishna loves his devotee. Krishna love is available to everyone. But when we possess these qualities, we become very, very dear to Krishna. So I conclude my class here. Please forgive me if I make any mistakes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji, for nicely explaining. Devotees in the temple room who are attending online, if you have any questions or comments, any reflections, please refrain from glorifying the class. You can offline talk to Mataji and show your uprising. Please raise questions, comments, or reflections. Hare Krishna Mataji. So, one question is like we should not be envious to others, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And that is the quality we should develop. So, but it is not that easy, right? We should not be envious means how it will go off automatically. So, how to develop that not envious to others?
It's very nice question, Prabhuji. Thanks for asking. So it's because we are always comparing our spiritual progress with others. So that's why we are envious and jealous. So we should always reflect on that, why we are jealous or why we are having this kind of qualities. So that helps us, everyone's journey is different and unique. So we are not same. So we don't have to feel jealous or hatred or anything like that, because we have unique spiritual journey. So we can ask for guidance to overcome all these negative energies and pray to feel joy for others success. Want to add, Prabhu? We need to focus on our own progress, the blessings in our life.
Ask
So,
one question here. So, we say that we should do the work and we should not expect anything in return. So, how does that work out in our professional lives, especially during this time of the year when we are doing performance reviews and you expect a raise or promotions? Does it really have any significance here, or are they both different?
it's still we have material desires, so we are expecting things.
Right.
You want to add, Prabhu?
Anyone?
Still we are
Radha
attached
Aswari
to.
Prabhu, you want to comment? You want to comment on this question?
So Prabhuji,
That's why we are expecting. We have
um,
desires.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
why.
there may be more explanation on this thing, Prabhuji, but what I feel like material desires are different from the spiritual desires. Like we have to see what is the our main goal in the life. So very practical class given by Mataji today, that what is the actual essential thing that you should do in the life to achieve the maximum. Now, what is your goal? Your goal is to get promotion to the next level, or you want to be promoted finally permanently to the Goloka. Okay, so our actually aim is not to get back into the cycles of birth and death. So these miseries, four miseries, are always there. So you have to go to take birth, grow, become old, and then suffer from disease and die. So you wanted to get out of the clutches of this thing, or you wanted to remain in this material world and suffer over and over again. So this is a permanent solution, and this is a temporary solution. So temporary solution will give you both miseries as well as happiness. The happiness is only temporary, that miseries are more there. Like you get whatever you get, and then you feel whatever you have achieved is also giving you some problems. You get finances, you need someone to manage the finances, right? And then you will think how long the finances will be there. There can be economic crisis, my money will be lost. So that is also going to give you more and more um, problems just in that sense. I hope I make sense, Prabhu.
I mean, I'm just adding on to what Prabhu said. So, materially speaking, Prabhu, we work wise because we want to get something salary so that we can maintain our family, ourselves, and things like that. So, whatever um, we do and proportionately whatever we get, it's okay. We can expect that. But Krishna says, "Karmani avadhikarastha ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phalo itar bohur mate sangastu karmani," meaning the motivation for your work should not be the result. The motivation should be that it's your duty, right? So if you are a grastha and you are a head of the family, so then you have to maintain your family, you have to provide for your family and things like that. So that's your duty. So in order to do that, you have to have an honest livelihood. So you have to work honestly, following the principles. Then whatever comes for that, you use it for um, providing for your family and maintaining your family and yourself and things like that. So what Krishna says you should not do is, if you are so greedy, meaning I may not work so hard but I expect more in return, or I want to take away something from others, my co-worker, very in a tamasic way, you just compete with them, or hook or crook, I want to get promotion, I want to get bonus. So those kind of things we should avoid, because that is considered to be sinful. Makes sense to you? But honest livelihood is totally okay, and you can expect whatever is whatever should be the return for that honest livelihood. That is totally okay, right? Because we are grasthas. And if you are a brahmachari or sannyasi or vanaprastha, then of course you don't need to worry about that, right? So that is the point. So the motivation for doing our duty should not be the result of doing your duty. It should be because it is a duty I have to perform to please the Supreme Lord. So that is the motivation. So the wonderful realization for me is that don't get attached to a result, but attached to your effort. That's okay. Meaning I want to do perfect job because that's my duty. I don't worry about what the result is, because result is not in our hands. Correct? So that's why. So I always give this formula: success equal to effort plus time plus Daiva Shakti, meaning you can say karma. But Krishna can even overpower karma also. If you have to get it, you'll get it. But general formula is success equal to your effort, hard work, plus the time has to be there, plus of course blessings of the Lord is needed. So then we can achieve success. In this equation, if one is missing, then you won't get success. Whatever you do, you can walk upside down, you will not get. So all these three things has to align. So understanding this equation, then you focus on our effort only as a matter of duty and to please the Supreme Lord. Then will success automatically comes, or we will be happy with whatever comes. Make sense? Otherwise, we'll always be in anxiety and will be disturbed. So that's what I would offer. No problem. Thank you.
Mataji, one more question. Like it is said that you fix your mind and intelligence, fix
Mhm.
upon me, fix upon Krishna. So Can you throw some points on that, Mataji?
Just a second, Prabhuji. So fix your mind. Mm-hmm. So, like, you see, when our intelligence is very strong, then it guides the mind and senses. So, like, that provides strength to make right decisions. So, when we develop strong intelligence, so then mind will be controlled. Um, when the mind is guided by intelligence, then it can focus on higher goals. So, yeah, am I correct, bro? So, such as spiritual practice, meditation, everything, without being swayed away by sensory pleasures. So, when our intelligence is weak, then the mind becomes easily influenced by the senses. So, making it hard to control, like or stay focused, or it cannot stay focused, leads to distraction and attachment. So, so when the mind is under the control of senses, it leads to emotional instability. So, lack of clarity in making decisions and stress, anxiety we face. You can add.
Fixing mind and intelligence.
Correct.
Thank you, Mataji. That's a wonderful.
We won't be regulated anyway. I mean, of course, the basic regulation has to be there. Abhyasena to kaunteya vairagya na chagrahite. So, basic regulation is vairagya, meaning I follow four regulative principles. That is the basic. Then, how do you practice? Practice comes by working under authority only. Then, automatically, our mind and intelligence and false ego will be more fixed in service, eventually in the Lord only. Good question. Thank you.
Devotees, final call any? Yeah,
I wanted to ask, like, if the final goal is like spiritual, like moksha, then like why should we work so hard in life? Like, why should someone try to get a promotion or get into UT Austin or like have these like big material goals in life?
What is it, bro?
So why do if moksha is the goal, why do you need material goals? That's what you're saying.
Actually, we can reduce our material goals and then increase our spiritual goals. It doesn't need like we have to be in IIT or like Harvard or so. Just to do our regular activities, we can do some work, but we can increase our spiritual thing.
Well, just adding on to what you said. So I think we have to be very practical also. Yes, moksha is the highest goal, but how many of us can really focus on moksha only? It is very tough, isn't it? So that's why scripture has two paths. One is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, meaning you do everything dharmically. Dharmically means follow religious principles, conduct your life, and you do whatever duty you have to do. As a student, you have to study study very well with understanding. Your studies can be used for Krishna's service. So like that. So that is dharma. Artha. So by working, you get money. Use that money for building a temple or distributing books or distributing prasadam, whatever. Right? You do the artha with that. Then by that you fulfill your desires also. I want to wear proper dress. I want to just live in a good house and this and that. But everything for service of Krishna. Then you go to moksha. Makes sense to you? So gradually you go to moksha. Immediately, yeah, if you can go to moksha immediately, you don't need anything. But how many of us can do that? It is very tough, right? So gradually we cultivate and develop a desire for moksha. What a brilliant question. A big round of applause for Kushi.
thank you, Mataji, for nicely explaining. It's like thoroughly we are entertained, and the philosophy you put in nice words and understandable way. You unpacked it very well. Thank you, Mataji. Devotees, please give a big round of applause for Mataji. So we are moving on to the next part of our program is Arati. Today Arati going to perform by Upendra Priya Prabhu, Kirtan by Radha Vinod Prabhuji.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hari Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद श्री प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram.
Jaya Radha Nila Madhura, Nila Madhura, Jaya Radha Nila Madhura, Jaya Radha Shama Sundara, Shama Sundara, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मायापुरी धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मई यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। बृहत मृदंगा की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Narasimhaya.
Praladadadaine.
Praladadayine.
Praladadadaine. दलाददायिने हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः चिलटङ्कानकालये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह येतो यामिततो नरसिंह बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवद्रीता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे अच्युत श्रृंगार कशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवद्रीता नररूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह दे 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 जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल भक्ति विघ्न विनाश श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की Big Haribol to Radha Vinod Prabhu for wonderful Kirtan. Thank you Krishna Chaitanya and team supporting. Thank you Upendra Priya Prabhu for today's Pujari service. And today's announcements, we are pleased to announce that His Grace Kalakanta Prabhu, a senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and renowned Bhakti teacher